Hello, everybody. This is Ken for the Information Nation, and I'm bringing you more stuff. That's right. I'm bringing you more stuff. You know, the battle is about to begin. Actually, the battle is being fought, but the war is about to begin. And I want to tell you what war. And that's the war to keep your right to vape. You have a right. And I'm not talking about a right that the government gives you. I'm talking about your own personal right to vape if you want to. It's a personal choice. Now, all these politicians and everything that run around saying, oh, we're pro-choice, we think the woman has a right to her body. What about the rest of us? What about the vapors? Don't we have a right to our own bodies? But that being put aside, I'm just tired of being attacked constantly by legislators, both federal, state, local. They're all doing it. And why are they doing it? Could big tobacco have something to do with this? Like R.J. Reynolds, who bought Fuse e-cigs? R.J. Reynolds is not a dumb company. They see a $3.5 billion industry, and they want their share. And they will crush anybody that gets in their way. Let's take a look at what the Wall Street Journal had to say about e-cigarettes. Now, this comes from the Wall Street Journal. States dash to regulate e-cigarettes. Record number of bills designed to rein in vape industry are being considered in 21 state legislatures. Now, there's more than 60 bills out there, but here, let's take a look at this article. As the Food and Drug Administration continues to figure out how to regulate the rapidly accelerating use of electronic cigarettes, states are taking matters into their own hands. California on Wednesday, this comes from this January 30th, 2015. California on Wednesday declared e-cigarettes a health threat and issued a 21-page report warning young people could become nicotine addicts if lawmakers don't step in to regulate the fast-growing industry soon. A record 60-plus bills designed to rein in the fast-growing vape industry are being considered in 21 state legislatures stretching from Oregon to Virginia. This is a major increase from a year ago when 11 bills related to e-cigarettes were under consideration across 10 states, according to the Consumer Advocates for Smoke-Free Alternatives Association, an e-cigarette advocacy group, CASAA. I would suggest you join CASAA. E-cigarette legislative challenges include Oregon's bill banning flavors and online sales. An Indiana bill would require pricey permits for retailers selling liquid nicotine, and a California bill banning e-cigarettes in public places. Gubernatorial proposals include New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's budget, which would ban flavors, restrict advertising, and prohibit indoor e-cigarette use. Let me tell you something. In the city of Chicago, you can't even vape outdoors. If you're in a public place like a park, you can't vape there. It's against the law. In April, the FDA issued preliminary rules that would prohibit sales to minors and require e-cigarette manufacturers to submit products for approval. Now, I'm all for keeping them out of the hands of minors. I don't have a problem with that. The FDA said it expects to publish a final rule in June. Meanwhile, U.S. e-cigarette sales popped $2.5 billion in retail last year, and are expected to surpass $3.5 billion this year, according to Wells Fargo. The bank analyst predicts $1.5 billion in sales this year come from e-cigarettes and $2 billion come from liquid nicotine and customizable, high-powered vaporizers, barring regulation. There's more. There's a lot more. I'll put a link to these to this article and the other one that I'm going to read for you. down below in the description so you can go and read the whole article. But recent studies have caused alarm among some legislators because they indicate teens are using the device as an alternative to traditional cigarettes. One by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention last year reported that more than 250,000 youths had never smoked a cigarette, used e-cigarettes in 2013. The University of Michigan's Monitoring the Future survey last year showed more than twice as many 8th and 10th graders had used e-cigarettes as traditional cigarettes in prior 30 days. Well, I don't know what to tell these people. Maybe the parents should do something about it and not worry about adults, but they won't do that. So let's see why. Why are we being attacked by these scumbags? Now this comes from the Daily Caller. Big Tobacco stubs out e-cigarette competitors. This was April of 2013, so you were warned. Coming soon to a convenience store near you. Vuse, an electronic cigarette that delivers nicotine without the use of tobacco, and is benefiting from the combined market power of R.J. Reynolds and state government regulators. Reynolds is testing the Vuse brand e-cigarette in limited distribution and is expected to roll it out nationwide. In anticipation of Reynolds' first effort in the e-cigarette market, the company lobbyists are pushing laws that at the state level that could add costs, paperwork, and headaches to smaller competitors that have largely served the e-cigarette market so far. Now do you see what's going on? It's the scumbags over at R.J. Reynolds that are pushing this stuff, and you're the one that's going to end up paying for it. And I'm going to tell you why. Some of these states are pushing for a 95% tax on e-liquids. So if you're buying an e-liquid at $15.99 for 30 mil, you're going to be spending almost $32 for that same bottle. This is what they're doing to us. You'd better wake the hell up. You'd better wake up. Now, this article is quite interesting because it talks about all the stuff that they're trying to push through. R.J. Reynolds is behind SB 802. Let's see, that's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We really feel this is a push by Big Tobacco to gain some control over the market. Rob Reagan, owner of Vapor Kings, a store in 4 locations around Tulsa, selling e-cigarette kits and related accessories. Now, this guy here, he's got 4 stores, and he said some of the fines and some of the stuff he can afford to pay for. But a lot of it he can't. Smaller stores can't. And let me tell you something. They want to ban internet sales. So what do we do about this? Well, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do about this. First off, I want to talk to the politicians out there. Yeah, you know who you are, you scum-sucking bottom feeders. You know, you tried prohibition. That worked out real well for you, didn't it? Everybody went underground. And you've had the war on drugs for how many years now? And you haven't been able to stop that? Well, let me tell you something. You're not going to stop us either. If necessary, we will take this underground. And you won't know a damn thing about where it's coming from or anything else, and you will spend a ton of money trying to weed out everybody who's doing it on the black market. You are creating a black market. You and your rich buddies over at R.J. Reynolds want to stop people from doing something that is basically healthy for them, is getting a lot of people off of cigarettes. and you come up with this phony baloney. You know, this is the same crap that R.J. Reynolds pulled back in the day when you had all the hearings and everything about tobacco and all the studies that they funded. And I think if you dug deep enough, you'd find out that a lot of these studies that are hammering on e-cigarettes are being funded, whether it be straight out or under the table, by R.J. Reynolds, because they want their cut of the market. They are scum. You know they are scum. But you're in bed with them. And you want your cut of the pie, too. What did R.J. Reynolds do? Say, hey, look, you get rid of these guys, man. I don't care if you tax us 95%. What do we care? Because they're going to make it on either end. If people smoke, they're going to make a profit. If people vape, they're going to make a profit because they're going to have a monopoly. Or they're going to try to. Let me wake you up to something. Pete Basardo had a video on YouTube, and I suggest that you scum-sucking bottom feeders watch it. Because the Chinese are getting involved. They've got their organization to lobby you people. And if they want to jump in bed with R.J. Reynolds, then the hell with them too. We'll do it our own way. In other countries where they have tried to ban vaping, guess what? People are building their own atomizers, they're making their own juice, and they're giving the government one of these. And that's something you would better wake up to. You might be able to keep us down, but you won't keep us out. This has been Ken for the Information Nation, bringing you more stuff. Hey, that's my opinion. If they don't like it, you know what they can do. Hey, subscribe if you would. Give us a thumbs up. And we're just so glad you could be here and watch this video. Get involved. Join CASAA. And in the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? Hey, have a great day.